Welcome everyone to 12 News at 10. I'm Tram Mai. Two Valley women remain hospitalized after narrowly escaping an apartment fire in Phoenix. Their family credits a police officer for reportedly going inside that burning building to save their lives. 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra is in studio. And Gabriella, how are the women doing tonight?
Well, Tram, they're still recovering. It was a mother and daughter who lived in the home with their two dogs. Family tells us they're still in a medically induced coma as their lungs recover from the smoke and fumes. A lifetime of memories burned to ash.
Nothing in there is really salvageable.
After a fire destroyed a home near I-17 in Indian School last Wednesday morning.
Everything that we owned was inside, from family pictures to stuff that I had as a kid, even kitchen utensils I grew up eating on, they're not there no more.
Family tells me a lithium battery from an electric scooter appears to be the blame.
The battery started basically sparking and causing fire everywhere in the living room.
David Miller's mother and sister live here with their two dogs. He tells me they were all trapped inside when the flames erupted, stuck behind metal security doors with no way to escape. A Phoenix patrol officer was quick to respond.
The officer had to kick the screen down or get through the screen to be able to get to my sister, and then from there the officer went in and was able to get my mom out.
That officer and the two women were sent to the hospital for smoke inhalation.
I'm very grateful he was able to get my mom out because I don't know what would have happened without my mom being out of there.
Miller hasn't been able to speak with his mom or sister yet. They're in medically induced comas.
Did inhale a lot of toxic fumes, and that's what the majority of this is.
Their two dogs.
She was the sweetest dog ever.
Spirit and Socks died in the fire.
As a little puppy dog, I held her, first person to ever hold her.
Firefighters were able to extinguish the flames before spreading to nearby units. Miller says the home is a total loss and now encourages others to rethink where they store items with lithium batteries.
Store them outside, store them somewhere to where if they do go up in flames, it's not going to be around where your loved belongings, your loved ones, your animals, any of that.
Miller tells me his sister seems to be getting better every day, but his mom is facing a more challenging recovery. A fundraiser was created to help them through this challenging time, and we now have a link to that on 12news.com. Tram?
Gabriella, thank you. An illegal cockfighting ring involving 34 live roosters is busted in Tonopah. We brought you the story last night when deputies were still investigating. The mayor We're following multiple shootings in the valley over the past few hours, both within just a couple of miles of each other. The first one happened around 5:45 this evening near 43rd Avenue and Bethany Home Road. When police arrived, they found a woman who had been shot. She was rushed to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Police detained a man involved. They say he knows the victim, but we're still working to learn the nature of their relationship. The second shooting happened just about a half hour later. One man was shot after police say an argument between two groups of people escalated into a physical fight involving gunfire. Police arrested the woman who fired the gun, and the man who was shot is in the hospital. He is expected to be okay. Right now, Phoenix police are working to find a suspect involved in an overnight shooting that put a man in the hospital. It happened near 83rd Avenue and Lower Buckeye Road just after 12:30 in the morning. When crews got there, they found one man who had been shot, but no suspects nearby. The man is expected to be okay. If you have any information, police are asking you call Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. Well, anti-ICE protests continued in the East Valley this afternoon. People gathered near Broadway and Gilbert Roads, waving signs reading ICE out for good. They're part of a national movement calling for accountability into the death of Renee Good in Minnesota this week and calling for ICE to leave communities across the country.
They're acting like thugs. I'm from Minnesota. I'm just down here visiting, so I thought I'd just come show up, and it breaks my heart what's happening to everybody.
It's heartbreaking. It's frustrating, really. It is frustrating. It feels useless, But then you come to events like this and you see the support and you don't feel alone anymore.
The Trump administration maintains the ICE agent acted in self-defense against Good, who weaponized her vehicle to attack officers. But local officials have pushed back on those claims. Let's check your forecast. Meteorologist Chris Dunn is here now. And Chris, I was out watching my kids play flag football this afternoon.
Yeah.
It was so cold, and that wind made it feel even colder.
Did you know that we were actually a little bit warmer today?
You're kidding.
No. Well,
I was freezing.
Tons of sunshine. and good to see you here on a Sunday night, Tram.
Oh, good to see you. I'm great, Dad. I love having...
We had really gusty winds out there today, gusting to 48 miles per hour at Sky Harbor. But most of the valley had those gusts that we were expecting, 20 to 25 and up to 30 miles per hour. Scottsdale gusting to 29 and Goodyear and Chandler gusting to 26 miles per hour. The wind situation tomorrow, not quite as bad as it was today. Just breezy winds out of the east at about 14, 15, 16 miles per hour, the gusts. Gusty in the high country in the afternoon as the winds shift back around towards the north and the northeast, gusting to around 30 miles per hour. Here are the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. 71 today's high. It was a warmer day. We popped back up into the 70s. 53 for a milder morning low because the wind helps to stir things up a little bit and keeps those lows a little bit milder than if we had calm winds and that cold air just kind of settles in. The wind stirs things up. Not as windy tomorrow in the valley. Plenty of sun. Arizona's locked into a warm and dry pattern. And as we look ahead, even warmer days on the way. We're talking about upper 70s. We'll talk about that locked in pattern, what that means for us, and the extended forecast out to beyond 7 days. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Wow, I can't believe we made it in the 70s today. All right, Chris, thank you. Happening tomorrow, Arizona lawmakers return to the Capitol for the start of the 2026 legislative session, and all eyes will be on Governor Hobbs. She's set to deliver her annual State of the State speech at 2 p.m., outlining her agenda for the year. Hobbs is expected to push her middle-class tax cuts package, which includes popular parts of Trump's tax law, like higher deductions and no taxes on tips, a plan the legislature is still divided over. You can watch her speech right here on 12 News. All you have to do is download the 12 Plus streaming app. And the Mesa Public Schools Governing Board is holding a special meeting tomorrow night. The only item on the agenda, the non-renewal of Mesa High School Principal Kirk Thomas and Athletic Director David Kleka. This comes after allegations that they failed to report an aggravated assault on campus last year. The vote was delayed after the board met Thursday night to discuss the issue, saying they needed legal advice. If you would like to attend, that meeting is at 5 p.m. in the boardroom of the Curriculum Services Center. Well, hundreds of firefighters and paramedics from all across Arizona gathered at the state capitol in Phoenix today to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. It's the annual Professional Firefighters of Arizona Fallen Firefighter Memorial. It recognizes those who lost their lives in the line of duty and the families who continue to carry their legacy.
Thank you so much for being here. I know this is not easy, but please know this. You're not alone, not today, and not on any day that follows.
It's an honor to be able to have a memorial for all the fallen firefighter and their dedication.
Yes, I love it. We get to see everybody and get together.
This year, 14 names were added to the memorial wall at Wesley Bolin Plaza. 8 of those died from job-related cancer. It's a grave reminder of the risks firefighters face long after the flames are out.